Great evening. Next level, great evening, great evening. Welcome, y'all. Come on and join in tonight. Welcome you all. Welcome you all to Next Level on tonight. As always, every Tuesday, I thank God for you all. I thank God for you all coming in and being a part of this. I thank God for you all continuing to support. And I ask as you come in that you do those two things I always ask you to do. Try to hit that like button and hit that share button. And listen, some of y'all been asking me about my Instagram page and all of that. We're trying to work to get that situated, but we're on more than just Instagram. If you miss me on Instagram, you can always go to YouTube. You can always go to again here Facebook, and we are here, and we have our Holy Connection app that we are on too, so you can always be a part. But again, I thank God for you all being a part and joining me on tonight. We are broadcasting also from our Next Level Thinking page, and I ask you all that if you see that page, just kind of hit that like button. I try to put a little information up throughout the week on Next Level, and so we just thank God for you all, and I want you to just type this as bold as you can. I'm excited about my next. I'm excited about my next. I'm looking forward to it. I thank God that God has given me a next, and I say this to you all the time as it relates to me and next level thinking. And my thing again is this. It's going to always be this. Next level thinking is what it is. It's about what's the next level and thinking next level. And so a man thinketh, so is he. It's about believing that there's more for you. It's about believing that there's more for you, but sometimes in that more, you may need to be pushed to your more. And tonight, I want you to put this on the screen. I'm being pushed to my more. Sometimes we can settle. Sometimes we can be okay with where we are, and so sometimes we need that encouragement to let us know that there's a next for me. Come on, somebody said there's a next for me. And here's the thing, and I say this every week, that if God can do it for me and push me, then I believe God can do it for anybody. I just don't believe in settling. And so that's what we've been dealing with. And so for the past few weeks, I've been kind of dealing with just what we are, next level thinking, and get into that next level. And how does that happen? We know that next level is not wishful thinking. It's not, I wish my life would be better, then life would be better. But it's about gathering the tools that you need to become better, and not just sitting around waiting on, as the Bible would say, the moving of the water, but allowing yourself to take the tools and the steps that you need to get better. Because somebody declared tonight, oh, I'm going to get better. I'm going to get better. And sometimes the better your tools are, the greater your ability will be to get there. And so here's what I learned. The more I better myself to move forward or get to that next level, the more things that I do, the more influences that I have, the more listening that I do, I'm really bettering my ability to get there. If I don't do nothing, then I'm making it more difficult for myself. I'm not here to tell you that it's easy getting to the next level, but when the more you do to put yourself in a situation to better yourself. So it may be listening, it may be reading, it may be going to school, it may be getting the tools that you need and the proper information you need to go after what you want to go after. I spend a lot of time reading, I spend a lot of time studying. Why? Because I want to be better at what I do. And so the more you better yourself and the better position you put yourself in, then the better your chances are of getting to the next level. Somebody say, Bishop, you already talking to me. And so you need tools. And so even tonight, I'm just giving you just some tools that you can use to help you to get to that next level. You need vision. We talked about that. You need to know where you're going. You need confidence. You need to believe in your ability. You need that resilience. You need to learn how to recover when you've been set back, when you've fallen. You know, you definitely need self-sufficient. You're gonna have to become somewhat of a self-sufficient, which means that you can help to move to your next level because you teach. I wrote this down. It teaches you to take responsibility of your life instead of always depending on someone else to move you forward. I want you to put this on the screen. It's on me. That's all I want you to say. It's on me. It's on me. If I'm going to move my life forward, it's on me. That doesn't mean I'm going to do it by myself. What it does mean is that it's on me to get what I need to get there. So I got to be self-sufficient. Somebody put it on the screen. I got to be self-sufficient. Then I got to have a level of self-awareness, which means that I got to know who I am. I got to know who I am. I got to know what to do. And I got to know how my actions can affect my life and the life of others. And so I have to be aware, careful about what I'm doing. I have to know that if I choose to go out here and make the wrong decisions, I'm gonna have to deal with the consequences. And I'm gonna have to deal with the things that come with that wrong decision. So I gotta have self-awareness and I gotta have self-discipline. I got to be able to have the ability to make myself do what needs to be done. So I want you to put this on the screen. I got to get it done. And I'm responsible for doing that. I got to do what it needs to get done. I have to, if I'm going to get to the next level, I've got to bring myself to a space and to a place that I'm not going to wait on nobody else to get it done for me. I got to do whatever I need to do to get it done. So we dealt with that these last few weeks. Tonight, I want to take it up to another level. I want you to put this on the screen. I'm shifting tonight. I want you to get this, and I want you to put this on the screen. I'm going to the next level. I'm going to, whether you're on YouTube or whether you're on our Facebook page, I'm going to the next level. Now that's just what you're saying to yourself. So how do we get there? Another tool. Watch this. Part 3, first 2. If you're gonna get to the next level, you have to have self-respect. I want you to put this on the screen. Self-respect. What is that? You got to recognize that you value your dignity and responsibility, and you're willing to be held accountable. Self-respect. Self-respect, when people don't value dignity, responsibility, and accountability, they have zero self-respect. You can't expect people to respect you if you don't respect yourself. I don't want anybody to ever listen to me, even tonight. I don't want you listening to me and taking me for a joke. I don't want you to look at me and say, this man ain't serious about what he's trying to do. I want to value, I want to have I want to value the dignity, responsibility, and accountability. I want to recognize that I have to value that. I have to look at myself and make sure that I do the things that I need to do and that I have the respect enough for myself to do the right thing. Somebody put this on the screen. Do the right thing. We in this series in the church, and it's about righteous living. When you got self-respect, you ain't got nothing to do with what everybody else do. I don't have to, and I don't have to do what everybody else do. I have enough respect for myself to value me enough to say to myself, I ain't cutting corners. Come on, somebody put this. I ain't cutting corners, and I ain't cutting other people. I'm not about to belittle somebody just to raise myself up. And I definitely would never do this. I would never kick a man or woman when they already down. People who don't have self-respect, they don't value how they treat themselves, number one, and they don't value how they treat other people. Never, ever hear me when I say this. Don't you ever develop a personal relationship with people that don't have self-respect. They'll get you every time. If they do not value how they treat, it's everywhere. I even when me and my kids or my family and we travel, we still leave tips for maids in the hotel as they clean up. We 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 don't just because they're maids, we don't just tear up the room because we ain't got to clean it up. You follow what I'm saying? Everybody, no matter what they do, if you're going to get to the next level, you have to have respect for everybody. That's what's wrong with our country. That's what's wrong with our leadership. You cannot just have respect for a certain group of people. I respect people that I don't agree with. Come on, somebody say, Bishop, you talking tonight. I don't have to agree with you, but I'm not going to disrespect you. Your lifestyle may be different from mine. Your preference may be different than what I teach, what I believe. I believe in the Bible. I believe what the Bible says. But regardless of what you do, I'm not going to mistreat you because I don't like you or agree with something that you're not doing. Or, hear me, you're not doing what I want you to do. Because self-respect, if you don't have that, then what you're saying to yourself, because it's self-respect, what you're saying to yourself is you don't value you. I want you to put this on the screen. This is not an arrogant statement. I value me. I value the person I am, and I value what I do. So when I value what I do, I care for it. I'm not throwing nothing together. I'm not just gonna come on here and just throw something together because I don't feel like it. I have too much respect for myself and what I do. I respect my wife. I respect my children. I respect my family. I have respect. I respect God. I respect God's house. I respect God's people. And I don't walk around in pride as if I'm all of that. So if you're going to get to the next level, you must have self-respect. How do you value yourself? How do you see that? What is it? You got to know your worth and treat people accordingly. It's simple. Somebody put this on the screen. Treat people how you want to be treated, because you're going to reap what you sow. And even when people have a tendency not to treat you the way you want to be treated, don't act like them. See, and so that deals with self-respect. So that's the first one, self-respect. The second one is what some of us lack, self-motivation. Somebody put this on the screen. Self-motivation. Self-motivation. The ability to create your own reason to take action. Watch this. Self-motivation is giving yourself a reason to do it. Come on, somebody. Give yourself a reason to do it. Watch this. What we look for is outside motivation. And outside motivation is great. But when that motivation is not coming, you got to learn to give yourself a reason to do it. Tonight, I want you to put this on the screen. I'm giving myself a reason to do it. It may be, it's going to make my family better. It's going to make me better. It's going to get me out of the situation I'm in. We don't always have to look for somebody else to give us a reason. It is, you got to give yourself a reason. Self-motivation, getting to the next level is about, what reason can you give yourself to try? Well, if I try, I won't stay here. There's a story in the Bible, I'm not preaching, but it talks about the 4 lepers, men, and they said, why sit ye here and die? They gave themselves a reason to get up. And you must, if you're going to get to the next level, because sometimes I feel like being lazy. Come on, somebody. Sometimes I don't feel like it. Sometimes I just, and ain't nobody gonna always encourage you to do it. So sometimes you got to ask yourself, what moves me to take action? Come on, somebody put this on the screen. What moves you to take action? Okay, you don't like your situation, but what's moving you to do something about it? Okay, you don't like where you are. What's moving you to do something about it? I have a business plan. What's moving you to now put that into action? What is it that's moving you to take action? I don't like my relationship. I don't like this. So, what are you going to do to motivate yourself to make it better? It is that internal drive that gets you to moving when ain't nobody pushing you. It's the internal drive that says, I'm going to do this and ain't nobody pushing me. Let me help you something. I have a whole lot of support. I have a whole lot of people. I'm blessed because I always got people around me that want to see me do well. My wife want to see me do well. One of my biggest supporters, my wife, my family, they want to see me do well. My son, my daughters, they want to see me do well. But sometimes they're not motivating me to do something, not because they don't care, but sometimes they just don't have time every day to just keep motivating me. I got to look within myself and say, what is it about me that makes me want to be better? Put this on the screen. What is it about you that makes you want to be better? What is it that you want that internally you're going to push yourself to do it? If I don't have the motivation from the people I love, you sure ain't going to get it from people that don't care nothing about you. What is it about you that pushes you are going to make you say, I can do better? What is it? What is it that's embedded on the inside of you? That's your drive. Come on, somebody put this on the screen. What's your drive? What drives you? What pushes you? What causes you? It's that internal, it's self-motivation. You got that, and self-motivation it comes from, I believe in what I'm doing. I believe in what I'm doing. I just a lot of times I've been doing next level. You know, we just celebrated next level a few weeks ago. I may have been last week, but the one thing that I've learned in doing next level, when people ask me, man, how have you been doing this for so long? It ain't because I always feel like it. I ain't always felt like pastoring. I ain't always felt like, but I have an internal drive that pushes me to do it. And it pushes me when nobody else is pushing me. See, some people go because somebody tell them to go. But if you're going to get to the next level, you got to go when ain't nobody telling you to go. You got to go because you told yourself to go. You told yourself that there's more for me. So you have to go after your more. Somebody put this on the screen. I'm going after my more. You told yourself that my marriage can be better. My relationship can be better. My ministry can be better. I could be a better supervisor. I could be a better business owner. I could be better at what I do. So guess what? You got to now motivate yourself to go be better. Somebody put this on the screen. I'm on my way to better. And you got to push yourself and drive yourself into that space to be better. It's internal. Yes, you need motivation external from the outside, but you're going to have internal motivation too. Somebody say, you talking to me tonight, Bishop. You're going to have that push on the inside of you that's going to make you go when nobody says go, when nobody says do it. And here's the reality. There's not going to always be external motivation. So you must have internal drive to say, I can do this. So what do we have? We have self-respect, self-motivation, and here's the last one, self-determination. You must have self-determination. If you're going to get to the next level, you must have self-determination. I hope y'all putting this on the screen. Self-determination. Self-determination is deeper than motivation. You need motivation, but self-determination is a little deeper because it involves choice, commitment, and persistence. That comes from you. Remember, everything is self-determination. It's not just motivation. It's not just an internal drive, but it's I'm going to make the right choice. I'm going to be committed to it, and I'm going to be persistent. I'm just when you start having self determination, you start telling yourself, "I can do this." Come on, somebody put this on the screen tonight. I can do this. I can do it. I can do it to such a degree that, watch this, that I can do it in a level of excellence. I can do things that nobody ever thought I could do. I'm determined to get better. The more you say to me I can't, my determination says, I'll show you better than I can tell you. I'm not walking around with a chip on my shoulder. It's not walking around with a chip on your shoulder. But you're not going to convince me that I can't. Come on, somebody put that on the screen. You're not going to convince me that I can't because I've already told myself I can. That self-determination is how committed am I to go into to the direction I need to go into. Self-determination, the ability to make your own decisions and stay committed and stay the course. That is it. I'm determined that I can do this. I'm determined I can get this done. I'm determined that next level is going to be all over the world. I'm determined, and it may take me days, months, and years. It may take me tweaking. It may take me making some changes, because when you determine, you're willing to make the necessary changes that you need to make to get there. You're not going to get there just off of, again, hocus pocus, wishful thinking, but self-determination to get you there. Somebody put this on the screen. Self-determination to get you there. Mess around and tell yourself what you can do and start believing it. See, we spend so much time worried about who don't believe in us. So we spend less time building our own courage and strength. See, let people who doubt you, let that be your determination to get up. Let some of you all have been told your whole life what you can't do. So you ain't tried to do it. Some of you all have been told your whole life what you can't become. So you haven't tried to become it. Some of you all have allowed yourself to fall into the trap of negativity, ugliness, and pain. But if you just say this to yourself, I'm determined to do this. It's like putting something together. One thing I love to do is puzzles. And in my working with puzzles, why do I sit there and do it? Because I'm determined to do it. I can really make this happen. And I'm here to tell you, look at all that you've been through. You can make this happen. Somebody say, I can do this. I can make this happen. I can do this if I just believe in myself. I want you to put this on the screen. I believe in me. So when you start having self-determination, I'm finished. When you start having self-determination, you're not really bothered by what people are saying about you while you're trying to do something. You're just determined to get it done. You know, you just want to get it done. Noah built the ark. Nehemiah built the wall. Why? Because these people were determined to do it. You know, and when you determined to do something, can't nobody stop you. Y'all know this to be true. Everybody in here, once you make up your mind to do something, whether it's wrong or right, ain't nobody changing your mind to do it. So use that determination to get to that next level. So what do we have? I got to have what? Self-respect. I got to be able to recognize my value. Don't let nobody belittle you and make you think that you ain't worth nothing. And when people treat you like you ain't worth nothing, get away from them. Get around people that know your value. Self-motivation. You got to be able to create within your head while you're doing it. You got to be able to push yourself when nobody else is pushing you. Somebody put this on the screen. I'm going somewhere. You got to be able to move, watch this, and take action in your life. Let's get into that next level. And then you got to have that self-determination. Somebody put this on the screen. I'm not turning back. I'm so deep into what I'm doing now to not only would I let other people down, and here's a lot of my reasoning for doing what I do and staying with the church as long as I have and serving the church and doing next level and staying with next level is because I used to say to myself, and I still say this, I can't let these people down. But my determination and my motivation is because I'm tired of letting myself down. Aren't you tired of not just being what you need to be? And sometimes we looking at what others got and we start comparing ourselves. Be the best version of yourself as you possibly can. Somebody say amen. Be the best version of yourself as you possibly can. Because you don't know what they did to get to where they are. And sometimes people don't always do right to get to where they are. Y'all hear me? Sometimes people willing to cut corners. Sometimes people are willing to lie. Sometimes people are willing to do all kind of craziness just to get the satisfaction of somebody looking up to them. So don't be that person. Be the person that says, if I'm going to get here, I'm going to do right. It is nothing about me. That's fraud. I'm cunning. I'm manipulative. I try to trick people out of something. I don't lie when I raise offering. I try to be responsible about the care of paying bills when it relates to the next level, new direction, my home. I try to do the best I can to walk in integrity because I want what's next for me. Somebody said that tonight. Say, I want what's next for me. And so if I don't have no self-respect, no self-motivation, and no self-determination, then why am I trying to do it? See, you can accomplish and do what all things through Christ. But there has to be a mindset. As I said this, there has to be a mindset and a determination in you to do it. So I ask God to give you those things. God, give me that self-respect. Lord, allow me to have self-motivation and allow me to be determined to get to my next level. And I believe God can do it for us. Amen. Come on, put them hands on the screen. Somebody declare tonight, I needed this class. I needed this class. I pray that you needed it, and I pray that you did. Listen, next level, there's things that we are trying to do specifically with next level. And I'm asking you all to do me a favor today and take the opportunity and the chance and just take a chance on me tonight and just sow a seed. There are things that I really, really want to get done as it relates to next level. And some things that I want to take care of equipment wise and everything, because you're constantly having to upgrade and, and do different things. And then just I want to be a blessing to others and I want to be able to help others. So whatever seed you can sow tonight, that's on our YouTube page. That's here on our Facebook page. You're gonna see some things different as it relates to giving starting next week. But I'm just asking you to be a blessing, and I'm asking you to trust next level and to trust this ministry. Amen. And I want you to do me a favor as we leave, even if you couldn't sow a seed, that you sow this seed and this word into somebody that may need it. And somebody say tonight, this blessed me tonight. This blessed me tonight, and I'm grateful for my next level. Come on, put them hands on the screen. Thank you all for your time. Love you all. You all be blessed. Good night.